The recent Oscar Piastri situation is one of the dumbest things that has happened in Formula 1 for the past few years. A rookie with a very decorated junior career turns down a F1 seat that belonged to him 100% and is currently in limbo between two teams. And the final decision is out of his control. It's all in the hands of the court. And the absolute worst part about all of this is, the other seat is not even an upgrade on paper. It's literally a side grade. McLaren and Alpine have been neck and neck for the past few years. McLaren secured third in 2020 ahead of Renault, and they thought they belonged there, like they were going to keep Ferrari behind them forever. Any person who's watched racing could look at Ferrari in 2020 and see that it was just going to be a one-off year. Ferrari is not Williams that struggle with money and team structure. Okay, now that I think about it, maybe money is the only thing that Ferrari has going for them. Moving on. How McLaren thought they were that good is beyond me. This is not the late 80s or early 2000s McLaren. You don't have Lewis Hamilton in a stolen Ferrari copycat car. There is no trajectory pointing McLaren towards the top of F1. Nothing. And for Piastri, this is more on his management than on him. But he is responsible as well. But why is this such a big problem, you ask? Because he might very well end up in a scenario where McLaren fucks over Ricciardo but can't use Piastri because of contract issues. And then Alpine will have zero trust in Piastri if he were to drive for them, after pulling a publicity stunt on them despite them funding his junior career. It's going to be a very awkward relationship, and the results will reflect that. Imagine a scenario where he has to go another year without a drive, simply because he thought he was bigger than a F1 team. Talent comes and goes in Formula 1. Nothing is 100% guaranteed, and even if you have all the talent in the world, you might just be given a shitbox year after year as your career fades away. There's plenty of examples to look at. But to be fair to Oscar Piastri, the move away from Alpine makes sense on paper. Renault has a history of not investing into the sport, and with Porsche and Audi looking to come in big and shake up the scene, Renault might just look at an exit. It also would explain why Alonso would downgrade himself from the 4th fastest car to the 9th fastest car. Maybe it's obvious from within the paddock that Alpine is going downhill and that Aston Martin is going up. Only time will tell who comes out on top. But for now, Oscar is in a pretty difficult and awkward spot, and it might take a couple months to get things straight again. There's been a couple of weeks without any new information, and this could go anyway. Mick Schumacher just followed Alpine's CEO on social media. He's not set in stone for Haas next year. Plenty of news still to come in the F1 silly season. Piastri in Haas, Ricciardo in Haas, who knows? Anything can happen. If you like this video and want more videos discussing Formula 1, consider liking the video and subbing to the channel. Any feedback I can get is hugely appreciated, as I want to bring the best content to you guys. We never stop improving, and we never stop going for purples. See you next time. Goodbye.